beautiful friends, it's Amanda here, and today we're talking about the new Singe Beauty palette that is releasing on May 16th, this Friday, hopefully the day this video goes live. I'm trying my best to get this out on launch day. This beauty is the second eyeshadow palette from Singe Beauty. It's going to be priced at $45 US, and of course I'm going to show you close-up swatches like I always do. But for the tutorial today, I thought it might be fun if we did a palette bingo with this one, just to mix it up a little bit. So I'm going to use a random number generator to select an eyeshadow from each row, and then I'm going to create a foreshadow look based on completely random selection. So the good thing is this palette has so much flow and continuity that I think it's going to be pretty darn easy to make a great eye look no matter what shades I come up with. But we'll see. I think there are some combos that could be more challenging than others. So let's get to the fun part and select our palette bingo shades. For the first row, I got number 3, which is one of my favorite shades in the palette, this one, Moss. So that's our first shade. Just do a little swatch right here so that we can keep track. Then I got 4, shade number 4, which is this dark green matte shade called Plume. So far, so good. I need some shimmers though. We're going green. Next, we have this very, very warm toned row. Fingers crossed for a shimmer. I got shade number 1. It's a shimmer. This is crystallized. This is so pretty. This is like a lime green with a gold, pink shift, very multi-chrome shimmery. That is definitely going to give us a great look. Let's see what we get from the bottom row. I got shade number 1. Again, this one is Silica. Oh, good. I got 2 mattes and 2 shimmers. I love that. Oh, this is a very intense metallic shimmer shade. So that's Silica. Woohoo! It's basically impossible to get a bad palette bingo from this palette. Let's zoom in and get to work on this eyeshadow look. As usual, I'm starting first with my favorite eye base. I am running low on this old version of the Ulta Matte Eye Primer, but don't worry, I did buy a backup before they changed it, so we're hanging strong with the old packaging. Now I'm using this big fluffy Singe Beauty brush to apply the shade Moss, really just kind of all over my lid, focusing on getting a lot of color in that transition area. I'm going to do a lot of layering and probably no surprise, but I'm not going for a very technical or precise look. That's not really my vibe, and especially for this color combination that I'm using, I want to go for something that's smudgy and swampy and kind of messy. I'm applying the darker green matte shade called Plume with a slightly smaller brush, and I'm layering this up a little bit at a time because this darker green shade is quite intense. So I wanted to make sure I kept control over how much pigmentation I was using, and it was very easy to layer these mattes one over the other to give a more smooth blended look without actually having to blend that much. Now I'm using this gorgeous shade Crystallized. This is a really shifty multi-chrome type of shade, and it is a nice thin topper type of texture. It almost has that bouncy texture like a Super Shock shadow, so it works great on top of that little green matte sandwich that I've already created on my lid. And then the shade Silica that I'm using for my inner corner highlight is a much more intense metallic shimmer shade. I like the way these shimmer textures play off of one another. It makes this look even more dynamic, even just with 4 shadow colors. Then I curled my lashes and I applied some of the Lancome Lash Idole mascara. I just started testing this and I really like it for a nice wispy natural lash look, which plays well with a colorful but still soft eye look like the one that I'm wearing today. I did choose not to put anything on my lower lash line because I think it just lets the shadows shine more on my lids and it makes my eye look overall a little bit brighter and more lifted. Whereas adding color on that lower lash line, I think would make the overall look a little bit more smoky. So I like to do that a lot. I do for many of my eye looks, add color or smudginess on that lower lash line, but I'm also a fan of switching it up. So I like the way that this look turned out. It was really breezy and daytime appropriate despite having all of those swampy greens. I was happy wearing it. It wore beautifully. I didn't get a bunch of shimmer fallout on my face or anything. So, very happy with the performance of this palette. And I'm just showing you a quick little run through of all the packaging. I love the gorgeous natural gemstone patterns that's on the outer part of the palette and the carton, as well as stamped into the eyeshadow pans inside here. Those are the types of details that I love. You may or may not know, but I am a jewelry maker as well. I have an Etsy shop, and it's just one of my creative passions. So, of course, I'm extra in love with this gemstone theme. It's definitely piquing my interest thematically as well as color story wise. Green is one of my favorite eyeshadow colors to wear. So anytime I see a gorgeous, sparkly, swampy, soupy green color story, I'm interested. And then paired with these twist on warm neutral type of shades. They're somehow neutral and not at the same time. That is a quality I absolutely love in an eyeshadow palette. And this Agate Temptation palette really hits that perfect balance between is it neutral, is it colorful? You can definitely get looks of both kinds. Here you can see each one of the eyeshadow shades swatched onto my arm with no primer. I don't use a dampened brush or anything like that. It's just regular finger swatches on top and then dry brush swatches on the bottom row. That's done with an e.l.f. flat eyeshadow brush. Of course, you already got to see what these look like over primer because I used a matte eye primer in the tutorial portion. So I just try to give you as many different performance type swatch and applications as possible. So hopefully that is helpful if you're making any purchasing or wish list decisions after watching a couple of video reviews. I also want to show you just a handful of comparisons. The very first thing I wanted to see this Agate Temptation palette next to is the Hela palette. This is Angie's Oden's Eye collaboration palette. It's no longer in production. It's definitely one of my favorites, something that I have enjoyed and used for many years. And there are some similarities here. I mean, clearly it's shades that Angie likes. And there are some similarities here, but I think these are more of cousins, companion palettes. I think these would work beautifully together. That would actually be kind of a fun palette bingo to combine these two together. Next, I have a couple of palette comparison requests from my comment sections. I cannot find the original comment now, but somebody did ask to see these two compared to each other. And again, I think these are a similar vibe, but definitely just based on number of shades alone, not very much overlap here. When it comes to individual shades, not very much overlap. This is another case of two palettes that would work well together because they have a similar vibe, but not necessarily able to really recreate the exact same eye look. At least not very much. Maybe some of those warm shades you can kind of mess with, but I think this is a better one-to-one comparison. This was another one that was requested. The Avatar: The Last Airbender Fire and Earth palettes combined. I think these are a lot more similar, and I'm not surprised because the Earth palette was on my favorites best of the year palettes, and I do love it in a lot of the same ways that I love the Agate Temptation palette. So it makes a lot of sense. I love these swampy, pea soupy type of greens. I didn't feel like I had a ton of really comparable palettes, which is exciting. It's just really fun to see a new type of color story like this. I have had so much fun playing with the color story in this palette. It is so super pretty. I mean, I love gemstones anyway. I'm a gemstone girly. I'm a green eyeshadow girly. I am a swampy moss sparkle fairy aesthetic type of girly. So this is really working for me. I just think it's really fun and whimsical, but useful and pretty. I'm a big fan. I would love to hear what you think about this palette. Do you want to see more looks with it? Are you interested in picking this one up? I always love to hear what you think about things too, so make sure you leave all your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Really? Try that again. I feel like a disco swamp queen. And that's what I was going for. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I would add some more plume. Now that the whole look's done, I think I need to add a little bit of like darkness on this part right here. Just like really smudgy bit of darkness right here. Like where a cat eye wing would go. That's what I need. Doesn't have to be perfect. This whole look is like smudgy and messy on purpose because I was going for disco, swamp queen, mossy fairy dust. I live inside of a rotting tree trunk. It's kind of my aesthetic. And I love it. Cute! Oh man, I need a spicy snack. Have you ever had this sweet chili Doritos, the ones in the purple bag? Oh, I love those. Those are my favorite. Not to try to impress you with my foodie palette, those Doritos, a grape jelly Uncrustable specifically, and an ice cold Coke Zero would absolutely heal me. I can tell you. That would heal me right now. Not to be dramatic, but it could change my life. Okay. Calm down, Bride of Shrek. Okay, let's try not to break every single thing that we touch. A novel concept. Alrighty then. Got some swatches to film. I gotta go refill Maggie's medicine. She's fine. It's just her allergy medicine needs refilled. And yep, then I'm gonna edit this video. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna get myself a snack first though, because I was thinking about snacks earlier and now I'm distracted. Distracted by snacks. Disnacted. I'll keep working on it. I'll let you know. Anyway, thanks for watching. You are cool, cute, awesome, special, and I love your face. Bye!